Oh, can I get to over here? Can I get to it? There we go. I can.
There we go.
All right. Salute, this is Jeff.
This is David.
Time for an Infobank update. Thrilling.
Yeah.
Thrilling. Thrilling. Thrilling Infobank update.
Thrilling Infobank update.
And then you breach them and they turn into big purple.
That was my joke. That was my joke. You suck.
I don't know. I think I'm the one that said it. Okay.
Ah, you suck.
Weapons. Let's take a gander. Swarm missile launcher.
All right.
It's fires missiles.
I do like the very first sentence. High-tech semi-automatic missile launcher.
That it is.
That's an excellent idea.
And yeah, there you go. It has the ability to lock on and do all that fun stuff. Jamming grenades, we saw those in the last mission.
Yeah.
As advertised, they jam. They're the same thing as the jammers, except in grenade form.
I do like the Sanchez Client Industries.
Yeah. The chip countermeasure commandos, yes. That's actually all the new weapons we got.
Oh,
yeah. Or
okay.
have encountered, I suppose. We don't actually get to use the jammer grenades, I don't think. I don't
Really?
remember. Maybe you do. If you do, then they're useless because Kusanagi's better.
Yeah.
There. Spoilers. Profile on Chris.
International Terrorist Network, CONFA.
Yes, the Confa. I think that was the Confederation of Non-something anarchists. I forgot what the F stands for. It's,
Flatulating. I got nothing. I'm sorry. That was a dumb
there's
joke.
so many words that start with F.
I know, all right, but none of them are funny.
We were complaining about this very thing earlier.
I'm sorry.
This very
okay?
dumb thing earlier. It's an obvious setup for a joke. Even though I don't actually remember what the F stands for. Like, what does the F stand for? It stands for fart.
I said flatulent.
Okay, it's the same difference, but anyways.
Well, one's more syllables and sounds smarter. What's a funny word that starts with F?
Flagellation.
What?
Flagellation. You know, like whipping.
That's not fun or funny.
It's fun to say.
Or
how about
humorous.
Okay, how about flagella, you know? The little tiny
That's
tentacle things.
that's kind of
microscopic organism.
That's kind of funny.
Used to swim around.
But that's still not just like
Flabbergasted.
okay. That's okay.
That's a pretty fun word.
I should have said flabbergasted. All right, you win. You win.
Fructose.
No, that's not funny.
It's delicious.
Yes, it's sugar.
So that's Chris.
Right.
Agent Ramon. We killed him a number of times. I, in fact, went back and killed him an additional third time.
To get that CEO rank.
Gotta get that check mark. But I got that check mark.
I like
Intel
how
feed.
he was indentured at 17 months.
Yeah. That's, they start training them young, you know.
Well, you got to. It's like starting kids on piano when they're not 4 but 3 because
Yeah, like
that's
3.
totally worth it.
Yeah. Doesn't mean, you know, you just get it. It's a head start, basically.
Sure.
Yeah, like
They know their finger numbers.
And the jammers. We've been fighting those guys throughout La Baina. Once again, if you would like to read this, feel free to pause the video. I'll wait.
Then why would they pause?
Okay. All right.
You
Intelligence.
waited long enough. They
Unchipped population. It's a tactical summary, which will probably become relevant soon.
You can't suicide or persuade them.
Yes, because they're not chipped, the mind powers don't work on them. It is a decent in-universe explanation for how the enemies are going to change up in the next few levels.
So those 2 really cool powers you've had, you can't use them anymore.
It's reasonably justified, but that stuff kind of makes the game fun. So
Okay.
I totally understand why people completely dislike the down zone section of
Yeah.
the game. But whatever.
So that's
Syndicate conflicts overlays, some news stuff.
they just couldn't get a voiceover of this.
I don't know. Maybe it is in there somewhere. I don't remember exactly where all of these individually came from.
Oh yeah, poor Pramana.
Parmesan,
It's delicious.
panini,
Also good.
Prego.
It's good on bread. Yeah.
There's a lot of food-related things that I'm coming up with right now.
Pringles.
Pringles.
No, that starts with a B.
Parapet. That's not.
That's not
food-related.
tasty though.
Not food related. It depends on if you put Prego on it or not.
I don't think I'd eat rock.
Well, I guess it depends on the kind of rock. I mean, if it's like a real fine sedimentary kind of rock.
No, it has to be just real heavy igneous for me to actually enjoy it.
Well, I mean, like salt's okay. I'm okay with salt. Those are just rocks.
Is there a difference between a rock and a mineral?
No, they're actually synonyms. They mean the exact same thing.
So a rock is the same as a diamond.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's like a square and a rectangle. How they mean the exact same thing, and there's no difference between those two terms. TWB broadcasts, terrorist propaganda. There we go. Let me see. There. All right. You can see the beginning. See the ending. That's one we skipped. Class warfare.
Great. Church sermon.
Had your kids. Had your wife. There's the short internet meme version of that. And the sermon from the church from the last episode. It's a very short sermon. It just loops.
It's not pain, trouble, or punishment. It's love.
Yes.
Because that's not the basis of an
Apparently
abusive cult relationship at all.
I guess they're Gnostics. I guess they believe in an evil demiurge, I suppose.
Okay. That's... I guess if you're unchipped in the down zone and life is terrible forever, except for the sweet gorilla mechs, sure.
I do have the sweet gorilla mechs, though.
I wish I had a gorilla mech.
Cayman Global, the Castellano. There you go. Some more weapon manufacturer names. There's the fun Sanchez Klein. That's a good hyphenate.
I like most of the company names in this game. All right, second last sentence in the first paragraph, where it says "Ardvsgur" in Scandinavia. Someone could tell me how to pronounce that. Arvidsjaur.
Arvid Juners. Arvid Juners. Arvid Junerson. Arvid Junerson. I speak a little bit of Greek. I don't know what this has to do with.
That was Scandinavian.
I don't know what that me speaking Greek has to do with that. I just thought I'd say it.
Well, maybe it's because you speak the older classic Greek tongue, and that has a little to do with the Scandinavian language.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a square and a rectangle. Greek and Scandinavia, they're exactly the same place. Geographically, they are right next to each other, too. Most people don't know that.
It's kind of strange, but yeah, it's right in between. Right in between them is Macedonia, and that's just this tiny little Monaco-like principality, and that's it.
It was named Macedonia because all the people there were masochists. That's why Macedonia. That's where it came from. That's where the name came from.
You're a wise man.
That's another little-known fact. Syndicate. Tau. Apparently, Paul Visick didn't make it.
Oh, poor Paul.
He probably wasn't poor at the end, but
I don't know. Maybe they took everything away from him before they killed him.
perhaps.
Or is that the one that shot himself in the head?
Who? What? What?
The Tau Syndicate. Oh, vied with the Spari. For some reason, I was reading that. I was like, oh, Tau. It's part of the Spari. All right, I'm out of my mind. It's fine.
Okay. Yes, they have fire warriors, and okay, there we go. That's as far as I'm going to go. Ask me anything about 40K. All right.
That was a 40K reference.
Yeah, the Tau, they're a species of space communists. Whatever.
Okay, that's. Ask me anything about 40K.
All right. What's a Tau Firewalker?
No idea.
That is exactly the right answer.
Good.
Takashi.
Because that is my answer to everything about 40K.
The greatest sales success came with the release of the Kusanagi ACR-10 automatic rifle in 2049. Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's a great gun.
I love you, Kusanagi. Don't ever leave me.
You ever get another dog, or are you just going to name it Kusanagi?
No, that'd be a little weird. I'd probably just name it ACR-10, because that's less weird. A little down zone society. Everyone's sad all the time, and it's constantly Blade Runner in the down zone.
Great.
Everything is neon. It's on neon all the time and always raining.
So it never stops raining.
And there's so many origami unicorns, it's sick. It's just everywhere. You just open up and just like...
They start pouring out.
Like electricians, they're like, oh no, the power's out, and they go and they open up the breaker box, just pouring out, just literally non-stop, literally non-stop, just origami unicorns everywhere. Business cards.
Oh wow,
we have business cards. A little Jess Carter there. It's Jess Carter. I mean, it's not just Carter. It's Jess Carter. Just so you know. There's only one Dr. Carter that's important, and that's Samantha Carter. Okay, as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty important, yeah.
John Carter of Mars, not bad.
Really?
Actually, really good.
Huh.
I would actually wholly recommend that movie. It was perfectly entertaining. Space opera.
Was it? Oh, so just space opera straight up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's an interesting premise, anyways. And I mean, the history of how it was made and all that is really interesting too. It's the longest development hell of any movie. That is to say, over 80 years.
What?
Because when it was first, because John Carter, Princess of Mars, which was the book by Edward Rice Burroughs, who also did Tarzan.
Yeah. Okay.
Is a story of a Civil War. Like colonel, captain,
some rank
something.
That's not private.
Yeah, some rank, whatever. A veteran.
Yeah.
That ends up getting transported to Mars and has to save Martian society. It's a good space opera.
Oh, it's
and
Tarzan-y.
because he's basically superhuman on Mars. Okay, so that's he has Earth powers, which are considered superpowers there. It's awesome.
Oh, okay.
The movie is very visually interesting, and it's always good to see Dominic West get work. Okay.
Who?
Dominic West, who's in The Wire. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
He plays McNulty. Not that you've seen that, but
Nick Nolte?
Important. Yes, McNulty. One of the 75 characters in that show.
Oh, I thought you said Nick Nolte, like
No. Yep, Nick Nolte. No, not Nick Nolte.
Okay.
If it was made when it was first proposed, it would have been the first animated feature film in America. But instead, that honor went to what was the first Disney movie? It's like Snow White. Was that the first one?
I think so, yeah.
I'll skip ahead to the next entry here.
I say with absolutely no expertise on the subject.
So they've been trying, basically it's been trying to be made into a movie ever since then, finally came out and was like a horrible flop, like box office and critically panned. Like no one went to see it. It cost a bajillion million bucks and everyone hated it, which is weird. Which actually probably contributed to me liking it more because expectations
were really low.
Expectation versus reality is a lot more important than objective quality.
Yeah.
So I was expecting it to be, kind of crappy to begin with, and then I was like, "This is perfectly entertaining."
Yeah,
space opera with actually some interesting, visual stuff. It's not just the same. It's not just bug aliens and giant mechs. There was actually some good designs and stuff. I was like, "Huh." And I'm sad that it bombed so bad because, I wouldn't mind watching another one of these. So
it's a good, perfectly entertaining movie, not in the same way that Silent Hill Revelations was.
No.
Okay.
It was another good, perfectly entertaining movie.
Yeah.
That is about 97 and 2/3% fan service. So
I would have just gone straight to 98.
Let's see. Actually, I'll stop it there. Okay, so we got the first half, and then you can go blah, 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 read, and then skip ahead. And then there's the rest of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Edward Scurry. That's kind of funny. I've outfitted a minivan with a pair of mounted autocannons on the sides for ranged combat and a big flamethrower up front for anyone stupid enough to get close. I call it the Syrian after Hannibal's great war elephant. With this thing, I could take the Eurocorp Spire, but for now, I'll settle for 36th Street.
Do we get to see this?
I don't think so.
Oh!
It would be kind of fun if it was in the background somewhere, but then again, never actually looked for it.
Okay.
And this is the story of that Jake guy. He's basically became a rat. He's just eating garbage and poison and yeah. He's stealing things from the dancers from the club and stuff. It's all in all just sad and depressing. Like I said.
Yeah.
Everything's always raining, always neon, always raining.
I like how that last sentence. He's been fired, and I'm sending you some of his toes as evidence for just punishment.
Just punishment. Not for just punishment. Just for punishment. For just punishment. But not just punishment.
No, there's nothing just about it.
Not like it's just. But no, it's just punishment.
It's just some punishment. You get some toes in the mail. Because nobody wants toes in the mail. You missed a card.
I did.
Use two.
Okay, this one we actually kind of covered in the...
Yeah.
There's a guy who's just kind of infatuated with agents and wants to be one. And we have finally Carrie Frank here.
Carrie Frank.
Which is another syndicate which we don't actually get to have any direct contact with, which is IIA. I guess the implication here is that she was maybe a convert to the new Epic Church, and she was a research leader, so she came in and just started destroying research, and boss came in and was like, hey, what's going on here?
And by boss you mean Mr. Papadopoulos.
Yes, Papadopoulos.
Oh, that is an animated purple elephant.
Papadopoulos.
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 And then all of the propaganda, which we, looked at already. I'm not going through these again. I'm going to click on these so that they do not have bangs next to them.
Oh, bangs.
All right. The end.
Yay.
Next time on Syndicate, we shoot people with guns.
Yes!
Yeah.
Papadopoulos.
Just big old purple. That was as long as the other video.